Yes, and to get your assessment of that and a massive goal from our man at the end there. What's your assessment of the whole 90 minutes?
Assessment of the full 90 minutes. Pleased to get a point at the end. Obviously, feels like 3 points when you get one right at the end. Everyone's not expecting it, and he's popped up. We did push him on. We took a bit of a risk and pushed Vermes on a little bit towards the end to try and get something out of it, and it's worked for us. You know, so yeah, pleased with that. It just showed though how, you know, the game plan. If we'd have started with a game plan, if we'd have implemented the game plan, then I think we'd have scored more today, because the both goals come from exactly what I said was about putting pressure on their goal, and both goals did. I think it was like headed out, shot back in, blocked, shot back in, and it was just about keeping them in areas of the pitch where we could contain them. And yeah, I think we did. When we did that, I think we looked dangerous. We didn't do it enough. Definitely didn't do it enough. But you can see there's a lack of belief. Obviously, every misplaced pass is met with cries from the crowd, which I get it. I understand that. It's part of the game, and the lads feel that. And when confidence is like it is, it doesn't help, you know. But obviously, if they start, you saw them when they scored their first goal. For about 2 minutes, they got the ball again and started to play and started a bit more bright, and the crowd were lifted. So it's a bit of both, you know. They've got to go and do it, and the fans respond to it always. They always do, to be fair. So, but I'm delighted that we got a point at the end of the game for the fans, because obviously they were quite pleased to get a point, because I thought they felt a loss would have been disastrous, really, because it would have given them a big leapfrog up the table and put us further down.
Yeah. 2 goals conceded, so frustrating as well. You know, obviously, you know, the first could have been cleared, and the second a bit of a freak sort of own goal, wasn't it, as well?
It's just the way it is at the minute. That's something that I've got. It seems to happen a lot when you're in a situation like this. As a player, I've been in this situation, and it just feels like sometimes everything, you don't get the rub of the green, and mistakes cost you. There's no doubt about it. Mistakes cost you, and today they did. I mean, you know, I'm not singling out anyone in particular. There's been mistakes over the last couple of games, but again, you make mistakes when you're under pressure. You make mistakes when the belief's not there. When your confidence is high, you don't even have to think about what you're doing. You just do it. So we've just got to get to that point where they're back and their beliefs up. And I just said, my last message to the group there was obviously the positives, where they found a way to come back into the game, which shows that they're fighting. They never gave up. They came back from behind twice, which shows that they've got a fight in them. We just, like, you know, the message was, can we get from Thursday to Saturday? So I said, I'm looking at you lot now, and that today wasn't the group I saw on Thursday. Thursday I saw this confident, vibrant, and you're in no doubt that they're going to go and do really well, and then the whistle goes and events start happening, and obviously, yeah, it deteriorates a little bit, and you need at least 9 or 10 players on the game to do well in this league, and we didn't have enough today.
Important though for Kwasi to get off the mark as well. That's another positive to come from it. Yeah,
definitely. We did shooting, crossing and finishing and everything else on Thursday to get used to hitting that net, and Kwasi, Brad and James, to be fair, the 3 strikers, were hitting the net regularly, and you just felt, you know, in the warm-up they were hitting the net, and then the game started and you think, oh, is he going to get a chance? And then he got off the mark, and yeah, I'm delighted for him. I'm sure that'll open the floodgates now, because you could see, I think we saw more moments of the game from Kwasi today where he was getting in and around defenders, turning sharply and trying to get away from them, and he looked a handful when he was doing that. And for me, looking at his game on its own and individually, I think that he took a big step forward. He's still not fit enough to be charging around like everyone would like to see him doing. That's going to take time, but I'm starting to see little bits now as an improvement, as he's getting sharper and fitter, and that goal will help him no end, really.
Do you feel you could have had a penalty as well, James Gray?
Just watched it back. It's a definite pen. but like I said, it goes against you. We hit the post first half for Kwasi. Those posts are killing us at the minute. But yeah, it's a penalty. We've just watched it back. James has done really well. He's gambled. He showed up the amount of energy he's got. His work rate was great today when he came on, and he was brought down. He's got both hands on his shoulders and he's gone down. Same thing happened further up the pitch for them in a not in a less dangerous area. The ref gave it. Same thing, but because it's in the box, he doesn't want to make that decision. And he said at the time there was no contact. And we've just watched it back and there's like unbelievable amount of contact on it. So, but again, not crying over spilt milk. We didn't get it. I'm sure there'll be pens throughout the season now where we do get, and it's a bit softer, but he just didn't give it.
Yeah, just finally, Mike, obviously with the late equaliser, like, as you say, you know, psychologically, had you lost that game, it really would have been sort of a concern, wouldn't it, for the fans? And obviously, you know, still looking over your shoulders a little bit, but you could take that into the next game now as a positive. Yeah,
I mean, you saw the reaction of the fans at the end. there was a good reaction, and they were singing, which is a good sign. And as long as they're singing with us, you know, we'll try and take the positives from that and build on it. And I mean, yeah, the group in there are disappointed in the performance. Result feels, like I said, feels like a win because they've got that back in the last minutes of the game in injury time, and sometimes that can be the thing that spurs you on. It doesn't change me and how I work or the staff team will work. We'll go back now and we'll prepare for Salford away. And like I said in previous interviews, sometimes you expect to win games because teams are below you. They're fighting as well. It's games like Salford where people don't expect you to get anything. There's no pressure on the lads. There's no pressure on them to go and win that game because no one says we should beat them or they're top of the league. You're at their place, and we've just got to go and let the shackles off them a little bit, because if we don't let the shackles off them and give them a bit of freedom, they don't build that belief, and that's going to be it's going to be the plan for the week now. It's just building that belief, getting the ball, getting used to the ball again, and being creative and letting those shackles off them.
Thanks, Mike.
Right.
Yeah.